Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This will be the last video that I'll be filming in this house. Tomorrow is the time for the big move, and those of you who have been following me probably have heard me rant about moving and selling the house and looking for apartments for the last almost 2 years. I started the process of emptying this house and putting it up for sale in August of 2023. I think the first showing was in October of 2023, and then I had probably 10 showings of the house during that fall, and no one bought it, and the bids that were coming in were way under what I wanted for the house. So I just kind of parked that project for a while. And then I got a job, and then I was new at the job, and I really couldn't deal with selling the house at that time. So I just, I did get a bid then, and I said no to it. That was actually higher than what I got now. And then I decided to give it one last go. And then I finally sold it in December. And on the same day, I bought a place. So it was really, the timing was just incredible. And now it's been like a 6-month wait just to, access the apartment, which will be in the city, on the southern parts of the city. I kind of decided that I needed to be close to friends and have easy access. Right now, that's more important to me than being close to nature. But I realized when I woke up this morning, I woke up to the birds chirping outside, and maybe when I wake up on Tuesday morning, I will wake up, listening to ambulances passing by. We're quite close to a big hospital, and just, bus traffic, and, but that's kind of the charm of being in a city. So, the pulse, and just that you're in the middle of things, and the convenience, and you just can't get it all in one kind of living accommodation. I'm just really, really happy to have finally, I feel like I've, just run a marathon, and I'm now down to my last kilometer to run. I'm so close to getting it over that finish line, and I'm still not quite there. So I one more night here. And there's probably an echo in here. As you can see, there are boxes everywhere. I've packed like 99% of all things. It's just mostly the fridge, the freezer, the pantry, that type of thing, and just, pack down the rest of what's in the bathroom and what we need for today. I just thought I would let you know a little bit what I've been up to in terms of sniffing out new fragrances. And since just a few days back, maybe 4 or 5 days, I've just allowed myself this. So you see that's kind of full of decants and travel size and samples. This one, and I have a few in here as well. That's it. And I've saved myself a few little test strips. So I do have fragrance. I probably have 100 fragrances here. I mean, I'm not narrowing it down to 10 or 15, even if it's only 5 or 6 days, because I never really know what I want to wear. But I just thought I would share with you some really good finds lately. One thing I've discovered in the last couple weeks, or a week ago, is actually Sarah Jessica Parker and her fragrances. Those are real cheapies, but someone gave me a decant of Covet. And I was really, really surprised at how much I liked it. And I'm kind of right now into a lavender phase where lavender combined with, tonka and gourmand type notes. And this one it does have a little something plasticky in it. So beware of that. But I mean, I got this at a really, really low price on our version of eBay called Tradera. And I paid say $40 for a 100 ml bottle. And I also bought a bottle of Lovely because I was curious. That one maybe is not quite as good. I have also gotten myself a sample of Stash, which is a very sandalwood heavy fragrance with a bit of a menthol-ish touch to it. For me, that one's too woody, too masculine. I'm not really into straight up sandalwoods. But I just realized I very seldom talk about cheapies on the channel. I think it's because I really don't spend much time with cheapies, and now it just kind of came in my way, and it was kind of in a category of a fragrance where I'm kind of sniffing everything there is. And speaking of lavender fragrances, one that I've really been enjoying lately is this. It came in this cute little sample box. This is from the house of Dusita. And I think this is a really nice house. Everything I've smelled from them has been pretty darn good. I still have not got a bottle though. I mean, they're quite pricey. And look at the samples. I mean, I'm not like super, presentation is not super important to me, but I mean, look how cute that is. They're like little pieces of art on each sample. And the one I wanted to mention is called La Rhapsodie Noire. And it's like a lavender. It's a little bit, some people compare it to Lavender Trianon from Lancôme, but that one got really boring to me. That one was more milky. This one goes off into more of a powdery direction. I'm just going to spray it now just to kind of remember it. This one you have to wait for a little bit, but it is pretty sweet. I think more sweet than Lavender Trianon. That one's not as much of a gourmand. That's more of a milky floral. This one is a gourmand. I'm not sure of the notes in here. They might have like coffee and tonka for sure. I'm pretty sure anyway. Let me see if I can find it here. I've tried so many fragrances lately. And I can't really remember where I left off last. I've tried like a whole sample set from Deal Duft from Germany. That's not my house. There was one pretty good one called Cinematic. Otherwise, I thought that it was mostly things that I would never buy. Maybe one or two that I could possibly wear. But this one is, I can't find my notes on it right now, but I really, I got a big compliment for it. The first time I wore it, I walked into a shop, just like, what are you wearing? And that doesn't happen very often in Scandinavia. I think, I mean, I can only really speak for us Swedes, I guess, but people are pretty reserved here. You don't comment like strangers' fragrances. I mean, if you do, it's kind of, usually not a Swedish person. Oh, by the way, I just want to kind of tell you, nobody's hit me, but you see, like, I have a really bad bruise here. And I had some dental work done. I had 2 cavities, like pretty small ones, but one of them was between 2 teeth, and it was kind of an ordeal just to kind of fix that. And I had to come back a second day for adjustments. I think that's what she called it, because it was all kind of rugged on the sides and her time was running out. So I came back. She gave me Novocaine, like something, you know, painkiller that kind of went into the muscle of my cheek or my jaw. And then the day after, I'm still sore, and it's been over a week now. It's been like 9 days. And then the day after, I got like this big, now it's kind of turned yellow, but it was like a big black and blue. It's still there, and it's impossible to put makeup over it. It doesn't work. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with me other than that, but I can still feel that soreness. And I've been back one time to just check it out, and it's not infected or anything. It's just kind of, they talked about that they had like traumatized the muscle or something like that. It was a big deal. I haven't had dental work like that in so many years. Like, I haven't had a cavity in so many, like in decades. So I was a little upset about that. Anyway, there are a few more fragrances I'd like to mention. The other day, someone sent me 2 fragrances from the house, Les Abstraits. And I don't know if you're familiar with a YouTuber named Eugene. I think his channel is called something like You Smell Good or something like that with a U. You Smell Good, I think, or you something. And he has a fragrance line called Les Abstraits, and there are 3 fragrances, and I've tried 2 of them. And I really like one of them, and it's called Belle âme, which means beautiful soul in French. And these sell for like, I think it's like $240. I don't even know if any European retailer carries them. But is he American or is he British? I can't remember. I think he's American, because I found these fragrances in the States for, I think it was $240 for 100 ml, and it only comes in that size, if I understood it correctly. But they seem to use really high quality ingredients. I just heard Ramsey talk about these fragrances. That was after I had received them and made an opinion of my own. But Belle âme is a really pretty orris and iris fragrance that's a real kind of, it gives a real waxy kind of makeup-y feel, and it's combined with like an unsweetened kind of cacao, and maybe tonka as well. Let's see it there. I think I think I took notes on this one. I was really intrigued by this one. Okay, so it has orris and iris and ginger in the top, and then cacao, olibanum, cardamom. Not too much cardamom. I've realized I don't really like that so much. Tonka, sandalwood, and musk. And Antoine Lee has made these fragrances, I guess in cooperation with Eugene. I don't know Eugene's last name. But they have a website, and they introduce themselves there. It might be worth checking into. It's interesting. And then I also tried La Douleur Exquise, which is a rose, patchouli, and like castoreum fragrance, where this animalic castoreum kind of is pretty loud in the beginning, but it doesn't go into like a filthy area. It's kind of like, but this isn't my thing really. It's very leathery. I don't think it has leather listed, but it has leather listed like an accord, you know, at the top of Fragrantica, and it has saffron. And I don't know, this one I wouldn't buy. I think it's well made. If you're into that kind of thing, like I want a leathery fragrance, then maybe look it up, because I think this is pretty good bang for the buck. Let's see. Oh, I got a sample finally of Patchouli Bohème from Laurent Mazzone. I think he's an Italian guy. I'm not sure, but all the names are in French. Maybe it's French. It's just that last name, Mazzone. It sounds so Italian, and I really love it. I really, really love it. And that also I think is a pretty good price, but it only comes in 100 mils, which is a problem. But it's pretty close to Arbolé from Hiram Green, which I already have, and that one is made with natural ingredients. So, but that one is more expensive per milliliter. But I don't think that they're identical, but they're close. And I would love a bottle of Patchouli Bohème. The other urge I've had lately in perfumery is that I've been really, really feeling a strong desire to buy 2 bottles of perfume from Oriza Legrand, because they had the campaign. I don't know, maybe several of you might have already noticed that, but the campaign I think runs out today, or if it was like, I think it was the latest today, so it might still be there, where if you buy a 100 ml bottle, you get a free 50 ml bottle. And so I managed to round up some samples from this house to try, because I really want a bottle of Apothéose, which I really, really have been enjoying, and I'm almost out of my decant. And so I got samples of Horizon, Chypre Mousse, Deja le Printemps, Jardins d'Armide, and there was one called Oiellet something, Louis, some king's name. And so I've tried all those, and I'll have to say I like them all. Like, this is a good house. I also have a decant of Reve d'Ossian. I've tried Le Regent before and liked it, but not enough to like go out and buy a full bottle. Like, I've been through a whole decant, and I know that I liked it. Let me see here. I took some notes on these different perfumes because they are worth mentioning. Let's see here. Yeah, Reve d'Ossian is like an incensey fragrance, which I've actually written not super exciting to my nose, not super unique. It's linear, it's simple. I like the aldehydes. I guess it has aldehydes, but not much of an incense fan. Perhaps. I like it, but would not get full bottle. So that would not be my choice. My 100 ml choice would be definitely Apothéose, because I think that's outstanding, which is a beautiful aldehydic kind of laundry, powdery, slightly fruity. I think there's some pear in there or something, but it's not like fruity, because I don't like fruit so much. Okay, the Oiellet Louis the 15th. I've written that the opening gave me strong grandma vibes, but I do love the dry down, but it feels a little bit older lady-like. For someone my age, I might feel like older than I am, and I'll be 56 in like a week. Horizon, a beautiful patchouli fragrance, but I think I have enough patchouli fragrances that are really beautiful, and I would rather buy Patchouli Bohème. But that one has like marmalade in the top. I've never seen that in fragrance before. Patchouli, cacao, tobacco leaf, cognac, it's a little boozy. I mean, it's good, and it's not super loud, so it might be a good like first step into patchouli. Deja le Printemps means, I think, already spring. It's already spring or something. That's my fragrance of the day, because I've packed like all my fresh fragrances. That was the freshest thing I could find among these decants. It's mint, it's other herbs, it's grass, galbanum, lily of the valley. It's like a floral, fresh, green type fragrance. Fresh and pretty, like, very strong, like, maybe not full bottle worthy though. Today I tried it again. It's not that strong, you know. It's really good. I mean, it's petitgrain. Oh, is it petitgrain? That's what I got. I haven't written. It doesn't say petitgrain. It says orange blossom, chamomile, mint. It's really fresh. It's really, really, really beautiful. I might not buy a bottle though, because I haven't told you this, I just bought full bottle of Naked Neroli from Born to Stand Out, because this special niche perfume boutique that where I usually shop, they're gonna shift in other brands, and they were getting rid of Born to Stand Out because Born to Stand Out is now selling to like the big chains. Like we have a chain here called Kicks that is kind of like, I guess you would compare it to Sephora. Like they sell mostly designer fragrances. They have now taken in, at least their flagship store has taken in Born to Stand Out. And then this guy that runs this niche perfumery doesn't no longer want to be a part of it because he wants to have, you know, harder to find fragrances. So he gave me this bottle for 50% off. And I don't really have a Neroli fragrance in my collection. And this Neroli fragrance is combined with tuberose. And I've been looking for kind of a tuberose fragrance in my collection, but I've realized I don't like them too tuberose dominant. And this is a really nice, fresh Neroli. It reminds a lot, though, of Orangea from Profumum Roma, which I already own a travel size of, but I'm like halfway out. So I thought just for that price, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. So I now have a bottle of Naked Neroli. And that one has mint, and it's Neroli. That one has petitgrain. That's very green. Then also from Oriza et Legrand, Jardins d'Armide is really, really beautiful. That might have been my second choice. It's an orris violet iris fragrance with some almond and tonka and lots of powder, like powdery notes is listed as well, and rose, and has some honey. It's really potent. Yeah, violet and rose are quite prominent, but it's a really, really potent fragrance. So that's good to have in mind if you're looking for that. It does project very well. Let's see what else I have to tell you. Oh, I also want to tell you that I am now in the middle of trying a bunch of fragrances from the Vietnamese house Da Nam. And my first tries was like, oh, this is nothing special. But then I'm realizing I do think it maybe is quite special. But I'm still not like, oh, I have to buy a bottle of this. But I'll just tell you about two fragrances. Let's see. Well, I want to tell you about one fragrance anyway, and that was Vietnamese coffee. And that really, they have managed to make a cold coffee drink in a fragrance. So it's kind of like fresh at the same time as it's combined with coffee. I think it has like lily of the valley and some fresh notes. And on the little picture, because it comes with this little brochure. I have the Discovery set, and it comes with a little brochure. It has like an iced coffee, like a frappuccino type of drink. So you really can feel like the ice cubes in the coffee, and it's mixed with some white florals. It's so interesting. And first I'm just like, oh, it's just a coffee fragrance, and it has a real roasted scent, but combined, and it's not that sugary. It's like just fresh, and it's beautiful for 3 or 4 hours. Maybe a little longer, but then kind of at the end of the scent's life length, you get a little of that like coffee breath that I can get from some like from Coffee Addict and from some other coffee fragrances, and I really, really hate that smell, like the coffee from someone's breath when they've just had coffee maybe and not enough food with it, or like, ooh. So that long dry down, I should say, because it was beautiful for a long time before that. And I really enjoyed it. It was giving off little puffs, and I was like, ooh, this is interesting. This is nice, it's fresh, it's interesting. So that was pretty cool. I mean, it was something new. Dirty Rice is really nice too, but for me it reminds me, no, not Dirty Rice, sorry, it's called White Rice. Dirty Rice is from Born to Stand Out. This White Rice, it was like, it's good. It's a little milky. It's a little like Lost Alice. It's a little like Blanche Bette, but fresher. It's a little bit like the Born to Stand Out one, Dirty Rice. It's a little bit like, there's a lot of rice fragrances out there now, and I just didn't think it was that special that I would rush out and buy a bottle of it. But that's kind of what I've been going through lately. Are there any other interesting... Oh, something I do have an urge to buy also is, maybe I talked about this already, but Sunshine Man from Amouage. Like that is on my like want list. I also very much like Eau Noire from Dior. I usually think Dior is like not worth the money though. And also Orme has a really nice lavender fragrance with a bit of sweetness, like with gourmand notes. So I've been in this whole like lavender kind of category lately. But Sunshine Matte, I think, pretty much tops the charts. And but it goes in a more herbal direction, and it's combined with Immortelle, which makes it interesting. Whereas like the one, Le Rhapsodie Noire, is a little bit too gourmandy. I think what I'm looking for is like a slightly sweetened lavender, rather than like a heavy gourmand with some lavender. I'm not sure. So I tend not to reach for things that go too sweet. See if there's anything else in here. Oh, I've really been enjoying Fieno lately. Melograno a lot. Oh, there's so many good fragrances. Let's see if there's anything else I'd like to mention. Architects Club, I realized, too masculine for me. I gave that away. You know, I'll have more for you when I move into my new place, but today I'm just gonna, you know, pack up the rest and just get ready for the move. I'm just so excited, and I'll see you maybe in a week or two. That's, I think, is most realistic. Okay, guys, that's all for today.